Guerbes Sanhadja towards a sustainable development model. The Guerbes Sanhadja Plain, a mosaic of unique natural habitats and a reservoir of biodiversity consisting of freshwater, brackish and saltwater wetlands, a 17 kilometers dune ridge, forest areas dominated by cork grove, and cultivated land. The dune ecosystem is largely occupied by an almost impenetrable Kermes oak formation. This continuous carpet of vegetation covers the dunes like a protective mantle, highly resistant to fire, reducing the impact of torrential rain in winter and replenishing the groundwater through slow percolation. The dunes then act as actual water towers, which can ensure high-quality drinking water reserves for decades to come if rational pumping is used to preserve the balance of the wetlands in the interdune lowlands. The avifauna of Guerbes Sanhadja accounts for almost half of Algeria's total bird population and is a stopover for migratory species and a nesting ground for species protected by the International Union for Conservation of Nature's Red List. All these characteristics have led to Guerbes Sanhadja's inclusion on the Ramsar list of wetlands of international importance. However, the region is under heavy pressure resulting from human activity, mainly because of the clearing of forest land for agricultural expansion, exposing it to wind and water erosion, poor farming practices that damage the soil, excessive use of fertilizers, and excessive water pumping. By adopting an inclusive and participatory approach to dialogue with the various governmental and non-governmental stakeholders, sustainable solutions are being advocated, in particular by promoting alternative sources of income that are compatible with nature conservation. These are set out in an integrated management plan, which serves as a frame of reference for the activities to be carried out in the region over the coming years. The first emergency action focused on restoring the ecological balance of the dune belt, which had been gradually cleared for crops and grazing, leading to the destabilization of the dunes, followed by the onset of wind and water erosion. Faced with the extent of its unbridled degradation and the challenges of climate change, a restoration plan has been put in place on a sample of 103 hectares, in which agroforestry is proposed as an integrated development and management system for this area. The choice of species recommended by the specialists meets both the needs of social and economic development and the rehabilitation of the natural ecosystem. This restoration plan will protect the water resources of the wetlands from salinization, as well as the natural habitats and neighboring farmland from erosion and silting. Finally, a permanent system integrated into the National Forest Ecosystem Research and Monitoring Network is planned to monitor biological recovery. To ensure local socio-economic development, the project has initiated demonstrative and income-generating actions for the benefit of local populations, which constitute models for the rational use of forest plant resources, water and soil, and for the development of the area. After supporting the emergence of beekeeping activities for 10 heads of household in 2016, the project helped to empower a group of 17 women through the creation of a Green Lady agricultural cooperative to exploit the prickly pear value chain, which is available and spontaneous in the region, as well as developing other agriculture products and non-timber forest products. The project has also identified an ecotourism circuit, creating green jobs aimed at raising awareness among visitors and boosting craft and commercial activity in the region. This project is also aimed at local tourism operators, enabling them to offer a new and original activity on these sites. The project has also initiated a pilot project for the treatment and recycling of household and similar waste, which supports local socio-economic development and is a good practice for the eradication of illegal waste dumps. The population is involved upstream through the sorting of organic waste produced by households and the school canteen in the village of Guerbes, and that produced by the Green Lady Cooperative. For its part, the municipal collection service sends this organic waste directly to the composting center at the Guerbes Forest Administration Nursery, which will improve the production of forest seedlings. This operation will relieve the landfill site, located around 5 kilometers from the village, from the volume of waste collected. This will have a real impact on greenhouse gas emissions, which in turn will help combat pollution and climate change. To ensure that the project's partner associations and civil society take ownership of the waste management issue, a capacity building program has been run by specialists in the field. Local development, no doubt, requires the involvement of civil society. The approach adopted by this project was innovative in terms of supporting associations to access international funding such as the Small Grants Program and to contribute to awareness-raising activities. The local association Bariq 21, which is committed to preserving the environment, took part through the Green Farm Ecological Educational Farm project, and the Rural Women of Skikda Association contributed by creating ecotourism activities and improving the empowerment of rural women living near the wetlands. At the Guerbes Sanhadja Environmental Education Center, an awareness-raising program linked to the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development is being offered to the general public, particularly children, to increase their understanding of environmental issues and foster the emergence of environmentally aware young people who will in turn pass on the message to future generations. The center offers children a space where they can take part, individually or collectively, in educational, recreational, cultural and sporting activities to discover all the components of nature, the goods and services they offer, as well as global issues such as fires, pollution, desertification, floods. The project has appointed an ambassador, Zahra Harket, who has led an awareness-raising operation using a caravan of artists and influencers campaigning for the preservation of the Guerbes Sanhadja wetlands complex. For their part, the Guerbes Sports Association and the Noor Al-Ilmiya Association are taking part in an awareness-raising program for the children of the village of Guerbes at the Environmental Education Center. The Guerbes Sanhadja Plain is a perfect example of how socio-economic activities can be part of a truly sustainable development approach.